Christopher Gallegos. This is my third portfolio project. Today is the history of American traditional tattooing. First, some characteristics of an American traditional tattoo. Bold, black outlining, deep color, minimal shading, and flash sheets, which we'll get into later. So here's an example of the flash, but here are some tattoos. So you can see there is some shading, but it's not as detailed as, say, a black and gray realistic tattoo. See the bold outlines, almost cartoon-like, and then the popping colors. With American traditional tattoos, they're bold, so people can see them from far away, and they should be able to stand out. Flash. These are pre-made designs. People would, or still do, go into shops, and these are hung on the walls, and then you would pick the design off the wall and get it tattooed. Multiple people can have the same tattoos. This is really, every American traditional shop or tattoo artist is gonna have flash. It's with American traditional, it's not weird for people to have the same themes, the same tattoos. There's a lot of central themes. Those themes being nautical, anchors, sharks, ships. Turtles were used on sailors to pass the equator. When they passed the equator, they would get a turtle on them as a sign. The same thing with swallows for sailors, the bird. If a sailor had sailed 5,000 miles, he earned the right to have that tattooed. Some other common things you'll see: eagles, daggers, skulls, tigers. Here's just an example, the skull. And then here, obviously this is an old picture, and you can see here and here are two swallows, and then here is a eagle, and here is a ship. So a lot of those themes that I just talked about. Who was getting tattooed? Sailors, the military. During World War II, tattoos kind of gained popularity. Before that, kind of like outcasts or prisoners, criminals would get tattoos. As you can see here, this is from the circus. People who were heavily tattooed, would be in the circus, so that just kind of shows it was kind of a weird thing to have. This right here is Sailor Jerry, a famous tattoo artist. He lived in Honolulu and tattooed a lot of the servicemen who were on shore leave. He is one of the biggest figures in American traditional tattooing. He made it kind of a really popular style. And if we look down here, here's just another old picture of somebody getting tattooed, and you can even see the two swallows again on the chest. I just wanted to look at the equipment really quick. So first, the needles. With American traditional tattooing, they use the bigger needles, which would be here or here, because there's not a lot of intricate detail that you would use the singles or the smaller needles for. So people use the the bigger groupings for everything, almost. And then the machines. There's two types of machines, rotary and coil. This one right here is rotary. It's like a newer, quiet tattooing machine, and this one right here is coil. It's loud. It makes that buzzing. That's really unique to tattooing. With American traditional, almost everyone uses coil because it has the feel of like it's like you hear that loud noise, and it goes really fast. Although rotary's newer, it's kind of looked down upon by the American traditional tattoo artists. Here, something else I wanted to talk about real quick is a lot of the same tattoos are being tattooed today that were popular years and years ago. This is an older gentleman full of tattoos. You can see a ship here, an eagle, stars, and if we go to the next slide, same themes. The ship, the eagle, the big, deep colors. I think it just goes to show that this tattoo style really isn't going to be going anywhere, and I don't think it's going to be changing much, because the people who get these tattoos, it's not for the new kind of extremely detailed look. They just look cool the way they are, deep color and the recognizable themes. That's why not a lot of they're not very different. Every American traditional too is kind of going to be similar, but that's part of what makes it cool. So yep, these are my works cited, and thank you for watching.